Hello, I'm Anastasia. Thank you for joining me for a yoga practice today. As with any exercise program, it's a wonderful and appropriate idea to consult with your healthcare provider, your physician, prior to starting an exercise program. Recently, I've been sharing with you some specifically prenatal practices. I myself am pregnant, so this is really benefiting me and is appropriate for me. But rest assured, a prenatal yoga practice is appropriate for anybody that a yoga practice is safe for. So there are certain positions, certain postures that we won't use in a prenatal yoga class, but you'll still get a really comprehensive workout and practice. Today's focus is on inner thigh and pelvic floor strength and flexibility. So this is not only important in the birth-giving process, but for anyone, not just women, anyone of any gender identity, pelvic floor strength is important for sexual health. So this is a great practice that helps focus on those deep core muscles and then the inner thighs, which are very connected to that. So we'll take a lot of squatting positions today. We'll also stretch through that area quite a bit. And just make sure to use whatever range of motion is appropriate for you at all times. Take rest when you need it. Let's begin. Find yourself a comfortable seat. Have a mat or a towel available to you. If you're on the carpet, that might work just fine as well. Maybe some peaceful music playing in the background like I have as well. So you don't have to be cross-legged, but if it's comfortable for you, go for it. I want you to think about drawing up from your root. So that root, that pelvic floor, we draw up and in, growing taller all the way through the spine. Give your shoulders a big roll up to your ears and down and back. Nice open space in your chest to receive your breath. Hands are relaxed to the sides or in your lap. You're welcome to close your eyes. We begin to move that breath in and out the nose only. Long, slow inhales, filling up the chest cavity and abdomen completely with air. And full exhales, pushing out every drop of that breath. As we breathe, we just notice a stillness, a calmness coming to the body, coming to the mind. Still feel like you're growing taller. Crown of the head drawing up toward the ceiling as the root grounds you into your mat. With your next few inhales, take a little inventory of your body, noting how all the different parts of it are feeling today. If any part of it is in need of some extra care or attention, just make a mental note of it so that you can do so throughout our practice. With your next few exhales, let go of your day. Anything you've already done, whatever you have left to do, anything troubling your mind or your spirit, just drifting away. Now that the body and mind are connected in this space, please silently set an intention for your practice. This could be something physical, like developing a stronger pelvic floor, or something mental, like finding peace. Set your intention silently now. Keeping your shoulders down and back, always far from the earlobes. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed at any time. Just be aware that this affects your balance And maintain that breath in and out the nose only. Drop your chin toward your chest. Roll the right ear toward the right shoulder. And continue in this nice slow circle. Thinking about lengthening rather than crunching anything down into each other. Take time in any spots that feel sticky. Once your chin reaches your chest again, reverse direction. Pause with your chin toward your chest. Take a big inhale, open the arms, lift the chest and face. Exhale to round like you're giving a great big hug. Follow your breath as you inhale and exhale. After your next cycle of breath, find neutral spine. We're going to go ahead and bring those legs out to the sides. So I want you to go as wide as you're comfortable with. You can't see my toes, but they're looking up to the ceiling. That's where I would like yours to be as well. Let's take a big inhale, reach. Exhale, that right arm comes inside the right leg. We reach up and over with that left arm. Sitting bones stay connected to the mat. Your gaze can go wherever you want it to be. Heart shines up toward the ceiling or the sky. Inhale and exhale, come up. We're going to move that same direction this time with a twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist to your right. Now, if you are quite pregnant, you're not going to grab your leg to encourage this twist. That would cut off circulation to the baby, but you can place your hand in front of your body to twist. Shoulders down and back. Go where you need to go with this. Inhale and exhale, untwist. Let's take a big inhale, reach up. This time we're going to the center. Bringing those hands down, maybe this is it, but maybe you can go further, you decide. Working that flexibility here, getting those inner thighs a little looser as we begin our practice. With every exhale, we think about going deeper. Those tight muscles loosen with each exhale. Neck is relaxed. Inhale and exhale, bring it in. Leave those legs nice and wide. We go to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float your left arm down. Right arm comes up and over. We shine the heart up toward the ceiling. Maybe noticing that range of motion is a little different from one side to the other. That's very normal. Our practice of yoga helps us to work to bringing those two sides into balance. And let's lift it up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, we twist. Hand can come in front. If it's okay for you, we can use that leg instead. Spiral those vertebrae up toward the ceiling. Next inhale, we reach. Exhale, we float it down. Take it where you need to go. Maybe you're able to go a little deeper this time. Relax your neck and breathe. Inhale and exhale, bring it in. Let's draw those legs close now. Soles of the feet will come together. Draw your heels as far into the groin as they're willing to come. We're going to take a big inhale, reach, and exhale, side bend. Now we find that with those legs close, this can be hard to find balance here. We can take those legs a little further away if needed for now. Shine your heart up toward the ceiling. Gaze where it works for you. Next, inhale, sit tall and reach. Exhale, twist to your right. So, if we need to, we can grab on to an ankle. If it's okay for you, you can use the knee. Shoulders are down. Next, inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to hook those big toes with our peace fingers. If your heels slid away, draw them in now as close as they can come. We inhale, exhale, bound angle, Baddha Konasana. So take it where you're able to. Your nose is aiming toward your toes. Maybe your elbows press out on your thighs. And again, we'll be aware of not pressing on the belly, so if we need to take those legs wider here, we certainly can, or further away from us rather. Inhale and exhale, come up. If those heels need to slide further out, they certainly can. Inhale, reach, exhale. Float your left arm down, right arm comes up and over. Shining that armpit up toward the sky. Gaze where it works for you. And we bring it up, inhale, exhale, we twist, grabbing onto either ankle or leg. If it's okay for you, the knee. Shoulders down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, using your peace fingers to hook those big toes. Draw them in as close as you want or are able. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold. Bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Nose moving toward the toes. Maybe those elbows Encourage the legs to float out a little further. Inner thighs and hips stretching. Inhale and exhale, release. Let's go ahead and shake those legs out a little bit. Those knees have been bent for a little while. We're going to move on to our hands and knees. So those wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips, tops of the feet relaxed on the mat. You can come onto your fists if that feels better on the wrists. Cushion your knees if you need to. Inhaling and exhaling through cat-cow. Inhale, face and hips lift, belly drops. Exhale to round, drawing your navel up and in. Follow your breath. Such a nice spine lubricating movement. Also great for helping engage the core. Your pelvic floor is part of your core musculature. So we can think of drawing up and in all the way from there. After your next exhale, find neutral spine. You're neither arched nor rounded, but your belly's a little lifted and your gaze is just between your fingertips on your mat. Now, if bringing your head below your heart does not feel good, you can continue with the cat-cow we just did. If you're all right with downward dog, we're going to spread those fingers wide, index fingers forward, tuck your toes, lift back and up to downward facing dog. Press your chest back towards your thighs, look through your legs. Feel free to pedal through your feet, wiggle your hips. Just do what feels good here. When you're ready, everyone drop onto your knees. Take them as wide as you would like. Big toes together behind you. Hips back towards your heels. Forehead comes to the mat. So the knees are wide, creating space for the belly. The arms can reach. Elbows can come around the head. Palms behind in prayer. Just stretch through the triceps and shoulders. Or even arms around your legs. It's up to you how you do your child's pose. And you're welcome to come here anytime you need it. If something's not working for you, or you just need a break, or you want a break, this is a great posture to rest in. Let's go ahead and come back to our hands and knees. Again, we'll take some cat-cows. Inhale, face and hips lift, belly drops. Exhale to round. One more cycle of breath. And find neutral spine. Again, you can continue with those cat-cows if you want, and then we would tuck the toes to walk it in, or lift up into your downward facing dog. Again, look through your legs, press through your hands. You can do what you want here, pedaling or wiggling. And when you're ready, we're all going to walk the feet toward the hands. They're somewhat separated, melting into forward fold. And then soften your knees. Let's roll up slowly. You can support on those thighs if you want. Coming up one vertebra at a time. Top of the head comes up last. Give your shoulders a big roll up to your ears and down and back. Abdomen and tailbone pulled tight. Here in mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a moment to still the breath. Ensure it's moving in and out your nose only. We're going to move through a variation on sun salutation, starting with a yogi squat. You're only going to go as deep as what works for you. So we're going to take those feet about the width of the mat, heels on the mat, toes off. Let me face you for this first one. So we're a little wide, toes a little turned out. Let's inhale, reach. Exhale, palms to the heart. We begin to sit down. Thinking about that strength through the inner thigh and pelvic floor. Now you're going to go as low as you're able to. Maybe this is it, maybe higher is it, but it maybe will work for you to come all the way down. That's up to you. Don't do anything that compromises the knees or any other part of your body. I want you to think about drawing up and in from the floor, no matter how far down you are or how high up. We're thinking about drawing up and in. Let's go ahead and push through those heels to lift. We'll bring those feet parallel, and we'll take a big inhale, reach. Exhale, float it down, forward fold. Relax your head and neck. Inhale, half lift. Look forward, flatten your back. Exhale, hands come down. Walk, step, or jump to a plank. You can stay on your toes or move to your knees if your back needs more support. Now, with our Chaturanga, you are not going to float the belly all the way to the floor. If you're pregnant, you'll just stay hovered over the floor, but we can still work the arms. Inhale. Exhale, elbows bend as much as you're able. And then we release the thighs down, untuck the toes, and find our Cobra. Shoulders and earlobes far apart. Squeeze your glutes if your back feels tight. We press back into our child's pose. So this sun salutation is different from a traditional one, if you're familiar with the traditional one. And if you're fine, if it's appropriate for you to do that traditional one, feel free. Tuck the toes, either walk in or lift up to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Release and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. Stepping wide again, heels on the mat, toes off. Inhale, lift. Exhale, we sit it down into Malasana. Garland pose. Maybe just a little ways down. Maybe we sink all the way. Maybe those elbows come inside the knees to encourage flexibility here. But we think about those pelvic floor muscles lifting up and in. Maybe we can even intentionally engage them here, like doing a Kegel or doing a Kegel. It's a great place to work on that very, very isometric muscle contraction. Push through your feet to come all the way up. We'll heel toe in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Look forward, flatten your back. Exhale, come down. Walk, step, or jump to your plank from the toes or the knees. Inhale, exhale, Chaturanga. Floating down only as far as what's good for you. We release, find our Cobra. So the thighs and the hands, the knees, the feet are touching the floor but not the belly. And press back into a child's pose. Nice wide knees. Back to hands and knees. You can tuck the toes and begin to walk it in, or tuck the toes and lift into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Release and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. Once more. Heels on mat, toes off. Now, some people have a lot of tightness through their Achilles tendon, that back part of the heel, ankle area. You can always roll up your mat some to give you a little cushion under the heels. This can work really well to help you sink a little deeper without having to overstretch that area. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend those knees, bringing it down only as far as what works for you. Strength and flexibility. Really, that's what yoga is all about. Lifting up and in through the pelvic floor. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Push through those heels to come all the way up. We'll heel toe it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Look forward, flatten the back. Exhale, hands come down. Bring it to your plank, knees or toes. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga, float down. Elbows are close. Feel those arms working. And we release into our Cobra. Shoulders and earlobes far apart. Press back. Child's pose to release that low back. Back to hands and knees. You can tuck the toes and walk it in, or tuck the toes to lift into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Release and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. Shoulders are relaxed. Abdomen and tailbone pulled in. Press those thumbs against the sternum. Maybe feeling the heart beating a little faster. We'll bring our focus back to our breath, moving it in and out the nose only. Back to our intention. We're toward the front of the mat, so we have plenty of room. Soften your knees, and we're going to take a big step back with that left foot. Right heel is in front, and it's in line with the instep of your left foot. Hips are looking forward or out, reaching those arms for warrior two. Just your gaze over your front middle finger. Now really place the weight in that front heel. And I want you to notice how we feel that inner thigh really engaging here. Let's extend that front leg, and we're going to turn all 10 toes to face out. 5-pointed star. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, knees and elbows bend. Goddess pose, cactus arms. So your elbows are drawing down and back, engaging those lat muscles. Just like that Malasana Garland pose that we sank down into at the beginning of our sun salutation. Those inner thighs are working and stretching, and although we're sinking down, we're drawing those pelvic floor muscles up and in. Let's keep working them. Hands to the thighs. Drop your chest forward, and you're going to drop your left shoulder down. Look over the right. We can press that hand into that thigh a lot to stretch it. Support it here. We release to center, and toes look forward as we lift up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive it down. Wide leg fold. You can grab on wherever you want, your legs, your ankles, your feet, maybe hooking those big toes again. Breathe. If it doesn't feel good for you to have your head below your heart, don't. Just come up slowly. But we'll all start to roll it up, one vertebra at a time, taking our time. Toes look out again. Now, you're going to bend in to that right knee. We bend in, we lift those left toes. Bring your palms to your heart. Again, strength and flexibility. Now, you're only going as low as you want. If it works for you, you're going to keep going down, but we're going to lift that right heel off of the floor for that side lunge. This is a tough movement. This is a very, very deep knee bend. If this is not okay for your knee, stay up higher. That's okay. Let's go ahead and come out of it. Really feeling those thighs today. And let's step forward. Pausing here for a moment, maybe noticing how hard that right leg worked. We're going to bend the knees a little bit. Step your right foot back. It's in line with that left front heel. We open up to warrior two. Drishti or gaze over that front middle finger, pulling everything in that midsection tight, thinking about drawing up and in through the pelvic floor. That left heel pressed down. Extend the leg. All 10 toes look out to 5-pointed star. Reach your arms. Inhale. Exhale. Drawing down goddess pose, cactus arms. Pulling in, drawing up. Drop your hands to your thighs, butt goes back. Now your right shoulder drops as you look over the left. You can press into that right thigh a lot. Bring it center. We lift up and toes look forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive it down. Grabbing on wherever it works. Top of the head toward the floor, tailbone up. Roll up slowly. Toes turn out, we're very wide. Palms come to the heart. We start to bend into the left knee. Right toe lifts. Now, It's absolutely okay if the two sides feel very different. Only go as low as what this side is telling you is okay. If we keep going down, we're going to lift that left heel. A lot of balance work here, which also works the core. Don't go down low if that does not work for you. And we're going to lift back up. Lots of good thigh work and step forward. Very nice. Let's relax those arms by the side. Just soften your knees as we stand in this mountain pose. Draw in. Calm breath, slow breath. Maybe really feeling those muscles now all through the thighs. That's okay. It's okay for us to feel fatigue. You just don't want to push it too far, so please listen to your body. Our mountain pose is a great rest too, very comfortable and convenient. Palms to your heart. We're going to step that left foot back. Big step in line with the right front heel. We open up for warrior two. Now you're only as long in your stance as you want to be. If you want to be a little shorter in your stance, you certainly can. Let's extend that knee. All 10 toes look out, 5 pointed star. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, elbows draw down and back. Goddess pose, cactus arms. Breathe. 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 Hands to the thighs, butt goes back. And we drop that left shoulder down, looking over the right. We can press on that left thigh if that feels good. Bring it center. Come up. Toes look forward, even pigeon in a little bit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dive it down. Grab on wherever works for you. Top of the head draws down. Tailbone lifts up. A wider stance is going to allow you to go a little lower. You decide where you need to be. Let's go ahead and roll up very slowly. I don't want us to have the head below the heart for too long. And remember, if head below the heart is not good for you at all, if there's any dizziness, please don't do it. Toes turn out. We're a little bit wider now. Palms to the heart. We bend into the right knee. Lift the left toes. Maybe this is it. Maybe we go a little further. Maybe we lift that right heel to sink it all the way down. A lot of balance work here. Any stabilization forces us to engage those core muscles. Use that strong leg to bring it up, and we'll step forward. Taking that moment to notice how those two legs feel different right now. And we'll step that right foot back a big step, as big as you want, to sit it down into our warrior two. Pull in, reach long. Twist your gaze over that front middle finger. Extend that leg. All 10 toes look out for 5-pointed star. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sitting down. Goddess pose, cactus arms. Engage those lat muscles, shoulder blades, squeezing down and back. Palms to the insides of the thighs. Butt goes back, right shoulder drops, and we look over that left shoulder. Bring it center. Come on up. Toes look forward or even pigeon in. Reach your arms, inhale. Exhale, dive it down. Grab on wherever works for you. Top of the head draws down. Tailbone looks up. Rolling up slowly. Toes look out. We're very wide, very, very wide. That is key here with this side lunge. Palms to the heart, bending into that left knee. We lift those right toes. And only coming down as far as you wish. Maybe we lift that left heel. Trying to sit tall as we did with our Garland pose, Malasana. Use your strong leg to lift it up. And we'll step forward. Very nice. Let's go ahead, reach those arms, dive it down, and we're going to make it onto the hands and knees so we can rest in a child's pose. Knees go wide, hips back toward heels, forehead down. Position your arms wherever you want. Those deep knee bends, I know we feel the need to stretch all that out, and we certainly will. Let's go ahead, reconnect with the breath, reconnect with your intention. Bring it on up to sitting. Take a seat on your bottom again. And we're going to take those legs to a small V. Small V. Toes are looking up toward the ceiling. I stretch out those hamstrings really nicely. Inhale, reach, and exhale, we fold. Grab on wherever it works, but maybe again, we can use those peace fingers. Top of the head, drawing forward as we look down. Inhale. And Let's stretch those inner thighs a little more. We're going to draw your left heel toward the groin. Right leg goes out wide. Take it out as wide as what feels good. We should already feel that inner thigh stretching some. We're going to take an inhale, lift. And exhale, let's twist. We can use that knee to encourage the twist. And this is a safe twist here because we're very open. Inhale, lift up, and exhale. We take it forward. Hips stay connected to the mat. Go as far as you need to go. Bring it back up. We're going to switch sides. Left leg out, right heel in. Going as wide as you need or are able. Take an inhale, lift. Exhale, twist using that knee. Shoulders down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, we walk it forward. Taking it where you need it, hips stay grounded. We are going to do another inner thigh stretch where we get to release the hips as well. And let's come on up. We're going to take those legs again to that V. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Hooking those big toes if that works. Looking between your legs. Top of the head draws forward. Gaze is down. Inhale and exhale, release. One more time, we're going to move to the hands and knees for another inner thigh stretch. So we'll keep facing you here this time on the hands and knees so you can see where the leg goes. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips again. You can place those fists down and you're looking just in front of your fingertips. Let's take your right leg out to the side. Maybe you already feel that stretch, but now you can manipulate it. Maybe we rock front and back. Maybe we wiggle it a little wider. Whatever feels good. You might find a place here where you just want to hold that stretch. I love this stretch because as long as we're okay on the hands and knees, it's very accessible. If you're pregnant, then our body starts to increase the production of a hormone called relaxin. We find that our muscles and tendons and ligaments might become looser. So you might be more flexible now than you were before. Let's bring that right leg in. And we're going to take that left leg out to the side. Take it where you need to. Aim those toes where it feels good. You can rock front and back, side to side. Do what feels good. that in. We're going to come back to seated. Where those legs and hips were out a lot, let's just draw those knees together. If that feels good, to round, or just a little bit apart, to round over those legs. Those legs might feel pretty tired now. Muscles might feel fatigued, and that's okay. Okay to feel that fatigue. Come on up. If you need to do any other stretches before we come into our Shavasana or any other postures, feel free to do so. If a traditional Shavasana is safe for you, in other words, lying flat on the back, you're welcome to. And if you're pregnant at some point during your pregnancy, possibly around 20 weeks, you're not going to lay on your back anymore. So, even though I'm only 13 weeks, I'm going to lay on my side with other folks that need to lay on their side. You can also be propped up, just something that's comfortable, so we can relax and release. Let's come safely down onto our side or the back. As we begin to Shavasana, I'm going to release every muscle into your mat, relaxing it, letting it sink into the floor. Your eyes close. You're welcome to mouth breathe now, if that feels better for you. Just allow your mind to drift away to somewhere very, very peaceful. start to wiggle your fingers and toes, slowly waking them up. Rock your head from side to side. And when you're ready, roll to your side if you're not already on it. And when you're ready, use your two strong arms to push you into a comfortable seated position. Does not have to be crossed legs. Sit up tall and feel strong because you are, particularly through your inner thighs and pelvic floor, those deep, very important core muscles. They're important for all of us. Reflect upon your intention. Thank yourself for working toward it and doing something good for your body, your mind, and your spirit. Take a big inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale through the mouth. Bring your palms to your heart. Thank you so much for letting me teach you today. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. There are other practices on this YouTube channel as well, should you need some more before I post another one. And more prenatal specific classes are going to be upcoming for a while, but they are appropriate for anyone who is just fine to do yoga practice. Thank you for joining. Please return soon.